I woke up this morning and I decided that I was going to follow my list, and that was like the hardest thing to do this morning. Like at night, when I'm deciding what I want to do with my life or what direction I want to go in, it can literally keep me awake. It can keep me awake for hours. I read that that's some sort of anxiety. This started happening to me around like 2020 or something like that. So I started implementing a few things to help me. And what really helps me to just gather everything together is to make realistic lists. I make sections, I make lists, I write everything down because I want to take it from my mind and put it onto the paper. And that's important to me. I want to leave my mind free so that I don't feel overwhelmed with all the information that I either have to remember or things that I have to do or people that I have to do things for. It just gets too much. And when it gets too much, I take a nap. I take a nap. My body's like, oh, girl, you're not feeling well? Go to sleep. Most people's trauma response is eating or whatever. My body's trauma response. Girl, you look tired. Are you tired? You're tired. And I will go to sleep. So I woke up this morning and I wrote everything that I needed to do for like the next few days on a list. I wrote everything I needed to do immediately, like the next day on a list. And everything that I want to accomplish, not just need to, want to do, my hobbies, things like that, on a list. And as soon as I took it out of my head, I was able to relax. It helps every single time. So when you want to create progression, take it from your head and put it onto the paper. You make different sections for your list to just tighten you up a little bit, right? And you put it onto the paper, and then you can move on a little bit more. You can breathe. Now, checking off those goals or getting to where you want to go, that's something else. I don't know. But taking it out your head and putting it on paper is the first step to creating progression. Another step to creating progression is on your list, put at least one thing that you want to accomplish that day. And if you accomplish that one thing, you're good. So you might have 40 things on your list. You might have 10 things on your list. But if you put that one thing that you want to make sure that you do that day, just that one thing, and you do that one thing, you're good. You're golden. So make sure you have that one thing that you want to do. That always creates progression in my life. I moved to Houston from New York. So I was living in the Bronx. It was the beginning of the pandemic. It was 2020. My mother moved in with me. I have like a lot of stress on my head. And then we were stuck in the house together. We were just stuck. And I said, I've been here for 40 years. What am I doing? Why am I here? I've never lived anywhere else. I traveled the world. I solo traveled the world by myself all the time. But my base where I live, I've never lived anywhere else. Mom, let's go. You can stay here if you want, but I'm leaving. You want to come with me? Because my mother is a senior. I knew she was going to come with me because ain't nobody left in the Bronx. Everybody has moved in the coastals. They live in Brussels, England, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. She ain't stayed by herself. So I said, Mom, you want to come with me? The illusion of a choice. She was like, yeah, let's go. And I chose Texas. So I moved to Houston. I've been here. This place has been like a safe haven to me. The rent prices, just the size of my home. Look at my house. Look at my house. In New York, this will cost me like $8,000 a month. No lie, I'm not exaggerating for this thing. This cost me $2,000 a month. The stress, gone. No issues, no horn honking, no well, the horn honking and the ambulance now, that's like music to my ears. Like sometimes I listen out for it and I don't hear it and I'm like, I guess. But I don't know what happened there. But sometimes I miss it. But, I'm going to have to click off.